Hi friends, my name is Vineet Arora and you are watching Azure Devops series. In this session, we are going to see that how many types of agents we have in CI/CD pipelines, in Azure CI/CD pipelines, and uh, how can we create a self-hosted agent, right? So first of all, let me tell you that there are two types of agent. One is the Microsoft hosted agent, and then there is the self-hosted agent. And we need to also understand that what is exactly the agent, right? So let me tell you about the pipeline section first. So in the pipeline section, when we create any build, at that particular time, we are in need to provide the agent. What exactly is agent? Agent is a space where actually our build is happening, or I should say whatever the task that we are giving it to our pipeline, those all are happening, right? So it is nothing, it is simple computer itself. Agent, you can say, is simple computer in which all these tasks are happening. Now if a particular space or that compute power is provided by Microsoft, then we are calling as a Microsoft hosted agent. But in case we are need to have our own VM, right, and or our own space, then we will go with the self-hosting agent. We can't rely on Microsoft agent always. There are a number of things, or I should say that there are a number of requirement which are getting fulfilled by self-hosted agent. If you can see from my screen that there are some tasks like restore, build, and test. These all are these are in need of software development kit for .NET, right? .NET Core, and these are provided by Microsoft. But what about that situation in which we are in need of a custom software for our build, right? What we will do, and that task, that particular software is not available with the Microsoft hosted agent. We will go with the self-hosted agent, right? There are also a number of situations when let's say this is what we have the build, but now we want to deploy it. And when we are going to deploy this, that particular resource on which we are going to deploy, for example, app services, we will deploy this to app service, but that app service is hosted in Microsoft Azure, even that is hosted in private endpoint. Private endpoint means we will not be able to host the or access the particular app service publicly. So in that situation, we will say that we will have a one particular virtual network or one particular virtual machine that will be hosted on that particular virtual network in which our app service is there, right? So we will say that only that particular VM will be able to connect to the app service, or only that particular virtual machine will be able to host our app service to under that virtual network, right? So this is the concept of hosting agent. So here from my screen, you can see that we have the agent pool, and under that agent pool, we have the option to choose Azure pipeline, right, and private and default option, right? So this is Microsoft hosted agent, right, agent pool, and here we have the options to choose multiple VMs. But as I stated, what about that situation in which we need to have our own VM or own self-hosted agent? What we will do? So we are going to see that how can we host our own self-hosted agent, right? So in this demo, what I will do, I will create that self-hosted agent even in my own local machine, right, from which this is I am giving you demo. But generally what we do in production environment, we create one virtual machine, okay, and under that we provide this we do this self-hosting, or I should say the self-hosted agents, we provide that, right? So ultimately we need to provide one compute power, both we can do it in any way, right? And for learning purpose, this is very easy to do, and you will be able to save some money as well, because when you will configure the VM, then in that case definitely you will have to go with uh, Azure creation of Azure resources, right? So let's start. What we will do, we will go to the project setting. Under that project setting, we have the option of agent pools. Under that agent pool, what we will do, we'll click on add pool. Once we'll click on add pool, here we will go with the okay, which type of host agent pool you want to go with. I'll click on self-hosted agent. Now I'll provide the agent pool name. Okay, let's say I'm giving the name of my agent pool for demo. Okay, this is the name that I'm giving it. If required, I can provide the description here as well. Now I will click on grant access permission to all pipeline, right? Now I will click on create. Now you can see my pool is ready. But under that pool, what I will be able to do, I'll be able to provide the multiple agent, right? So what I will do for that, I will click on new agent. Here I will, what it will do, it will ask me to download one software, okay? And when I will click on this download button, it will download one, I should say the GIF file. And under that file, what I will do, it is asking me to create a folder named as agent, and then it is asking me to change the directory. Basically, it is a PowerShell script, right? After downloading, you can simply copy this statement and run this in your PowerShell. Okay, but uh, we need to understand what exactly it is doing. So in first line, it is saying that make directory agent. Then after that, it is changing the directory, and after that, it is decompressing it. Okay, it is extracting the zip file that we will get after downloading. So this is the name that we will get after downloading. Okay, and this will download. This will extract this file under the agent folder. But if you will notice here, we have this dollar home and then downloads. Dollar home means that whatever is my home directory, under that I will have a download folder, and under that I will have this. This may fail sometime if you have configured your download folder not under your user's home directory, right? So I will guide you the simple step. We don't need to worry about this. If this doesn't work for you, what you will do, simply click on download button. Okay, I'm going to do that. So it is going to download the zip file for me, right? After that, what I will do, I will simply copy that file, right, and from my download folder, and will paste in C drive under the agent folder, right? So let's continue. Okay, so it has downloaded it. So let's copy that particular zip file. Okay, so okay, I'm copying it, Control C, and then moving to C drive, right? Here we will have agent folder. Under that, paste it. Okay. After that, what we will do? We will extract the files, right? So right click on it, 7-zip, extract here. Okay. Now you can see that we have files something like run.cmd and config.cmd, right? So what we will do? We will run the config.cmd file, with the help of which we will be able to configure our agent. At the time of running it, it will ask some input from us, okay, and then we will provide all those input, and then we will continue. Fine. Now there is no need of this file. We can also delete this file. Okay. Now either click on here address bar and then type cmd, okay, or open this command prompt, and then from there you can change the directory to this particular folder. I am applying the shortcut here, cmd. Now you can see that I am under the folder C and agent. Now what I need to do, I need to run the config file, okay, config.cmd. Enter. Fine. Now what it will do, it has provided us the Azure pipeline. You can see from this option, right? It is stating that the agent version, this is the agent version, right? And now it is asking us to connect with the server. Server means our DevOps. So what I will do, I will come here and copy this URL up to my organization only. Ensure that you have copied it up to your organization only, right? Now I will paste it here, enter. Authentication type, it is asking that how do you want to authenticate it. We will go with the PAT option. There are two more options like device flow and service principal. The simplest way is to go with the PAT token. Okay, so we will go with the PAT and then enter. You don't need to write here because by default is PAT, personal access token. Now we need to create that access token, right? So what we will do, we'll close it, and then here in the top left second option you have user setting. Click on that, personal access token. Click on that. Now you need to click new token. Now you need to provide the name. Okay, so I am going with the token for pet. token for agent. Okay, token for agent, whatever is suited to you, you can provide the name. Right now I need to provide the expiration time, expiration date. So we have the option 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and custom divine. We can go up to 1 year. Okay, I'm going with 30 days only, although you can go with the custom option and can choose this option up to 1 year. Okay, now scopes. We need to provide the options now, that what permissions now. So what we will do, we'll click on show all scope and search for agent pool. Here you have, and click on read and manage. Please ensure that you have selected this option. Now click on create. After that you will get one token. You need to copy this. Okay, please ensure that before closing this, uh, you have copied it, because after that you will not be able to get this token once again, although you will have the option to regenerate it. Right, so I am clicking on copy and then close. Okay, please ensure to close this, because sometime when we will not close it, it doesn't authenticate it. Right, so let's close this after copy. Okay, now go back and personal access token, right click, paste, enter. Connecting to server, it is connected. Now it is asking that what is the agent pool. So you saw earlier that we have created one agent pool, right? The pool name was my agent pool for demo, so I'm copying it and providing here. Now it is asking me to enter agent name. Agent name is the actual agent name. So by default it is taking my machine's name, so you don't need to, it's up to you. If you want to give a proper name, then you can. I'm not going with that, so I'm doing enter. Okay, press enter. Scanning for tool capabilities. Now it will take some time, and then after that it is asking that what is the default working folder name. Press enter. We will go with the underscore work by default. Then it is asking enter run agent as service. We are saying that yes, we want to go with service, because if my user is not logged in, right, at that particular time my service will keep running, and I will not have to the issue that okay, my someone should be logged in at that particular time. Right, so what I will do, I will press yes. Okay, enter run agent as service, yes, enter. Now don't need to do anything, simply press enter. Enter user account to use for this service, enter. Now after that, what it will ask that how do you want to configure this. You want to configure this that and you want to run this service after this, after you are done, right? After you are done with it, then do you want to restart this service? So you can go with yes option. So I'm going with yes option. Then what it will do after this, it will restart the service automatically. Okay, y and then enter. Okay, statement was that whether and enter whether to prevent service starting immediately. If I will simply press enter, then at that time it would start, but as of now it has not started it. Now at this particular time we will have to restart. We will have to start it. So what we will do, we will simply go to our services option. Okay, and there you will find that particular service. Meanwhile, let me show you what exactly we are getting here. Simply refresh your page, and under that option click on agent. Now you can see that you are getting that agent, right, which is by default enabled, but that is offline because our service is not started. Right, this need to be started. So search for agent. So this is the agent that we are getting, Azure pipeline agent. Click on start. Started. Now simply go back and refresh your page. It may take a time to reflect here. Okay, let's wait for a minute. Now you can see that this is coming as green. That means it has connected with my machine, right? So now there is a link between this Azure DevOps server and my machine, which is working as a self-hosting agent, right? So now we saw that we have created the self-hosting agent, but now how actually it works? Let's check that. Okay, so I was telling you that we have the pipeline option, and under that pipeline option we need to check that we need to configure the agent. So this is my existing pipeline that I have already created in my previous demo. So what I'm going to do now, I'm simply going to edit it. Okay, under that edit, what I will do, I will click on agent job option, and under that I will show you that uh, how we will configure that agent. So now we have this my agent pool for demo, right? By default it was as a Microsoft hosted agent. Now we will go with the self hosted agent. Okay, fine. So now let's continue. Let's save it and queue it. Right here I also have the option, so I will go with the options of my agent pool for demo, right, and run. Ensure that you have this agent pool here. So what exactly it will do, or I should say what exactly pipeline does. Pipeline check out the artifact and then it create the build, right? So at this particular time, this all work is happening in our machine or in our self-hosting agent, right? And where exactly this happening in our in our agent folder. So if you will see here under the agent folder, we have the uh, different folders here. So one of the folder that it was asking like underscore work. So all this processing is happening here. Let's click on the agent pool and you will saw that here what it is doing. On mouse over you will find that check out this particular web API main branch to S folder. Okay, so here we have the S folder. We should have S folder here, right? So it has check out all these files here, right? Now what it is doing next? It is restoring it. So all this thing happening in our machine only, right? And if, as I was stated earlier, that if there is a requirement of any special software, that will get fulfilled, because whatever the software I will be in need of, special software I will install in my machine, right? Okay, this is the one thing. Another thing is with respect to the release. Under the same as I did here, the same option I can do it under the releases, right? uh, Meanwhile also let me tell you that it is building it, and then it will test it, and then it will publish the artifact, right? So you can understand that what exactly that it is doing. See publish, this is doing the publishing. So you just go through it and you will understand it, right? See agent under work we have the one folder named as one, then as, right? But where exactly this publishing? So under that upload here itself. So you just browse it and you will get it. Okay, what is happening? So under that A folder, see that this has published this file here itself, right? Artifactory we are stating it. Okay, similarly we will do in the under the release, and we will edit this. This is my existing release pipeline here. What I am going to do, I am going to configure it, right? So similar, whatever the action it has done there itself, the same action or same processing it will do in my hosting agent. So in this way we saw that how can we create the self-hosting agent and what is the happening behind the scene, right? And why are we in need of self-hosting agent? So that's it for now. We will connect in our next session. Till now, till that, take care. Okay, and also let me request you that if you are not subscribed to channel, please subscribe, and if you like, please like this. Thank you.